Okay, how do you get out of bad days? Okay, yeah, let's talk about bad days. So I think okay, so there's a couple things that I think affect bad days. And okay, sometimes they just happen because I think sometimes you just naturally have better days than others. Some days I think it really depends on your energy levels, I feel like if you're having consistently low energy and like a series of consecutive days or something, then I think you're just gonna have a series of bad days on Usu as well. It's very focus dependent and it's very I think energy level dependent. But I think a good like a pretty big bait I guess is that like you don't play for like whenever you have a bad day. Like if you get on and you're feeling a little off, then you just don't play for the day. I think that's actually kind of a bait. If you really want to maintain your skill level, then you're gonna need to like play through the bad days so that you don't need to de-rest later. And I mean, you can even just like spend the day. Okay, well, first off, I think like diagnosing the kind of day that it is, like at the start of your session, is really important because if you know from the start of your session that you're having a bad day, then you don't want to try going for scores. You probably just want to like learn new maps maybe or just like play random stuff, play multiplayer, like play stuff that doesn't involve really caring about like whether or not you get a full combo or something because chances are that's not going to happen. But um yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And okay, so how exactly do you get out of bad days? Um I okay, so also there's a difference between like being exhausted and just having a bad day. Cause let's say you played a lot the day before and now obviously you're just really, really exhausted and can't play well. You don't want to just be like, oh, my hand hurts and that's just a bad day. So I'm just gonna power through. Yeah, there's definitely a difference there. So breaks are important, rest is important. You don't have to play every single day. I think you shouldn't play every single day. But yeah, if you just like get on, you feel like playing Osu, but it's kind of a bad day for you, then you can just play whatever you want. Play casual stuff, and um, yeah, eventually there's this sort of natural skill curve where you sometimes have like dips in skill, and don't get baited into like not playing as actively when you start having those dips in skill because then you're gonna start getting rusty, and then that's gonna make everything even worse. So Um, yes. Is it okay to play once a week? Yes. I think that's fine. Although, maybe twice a week might be a little better, but um, I think you can only get so far improvement wise by only playing once a week. But you should have a mindset as long as I'm playing, I'm improving one way or another. Yeah, I think that's reasonable actually. To a certain extent, only to the point where like you are at least making sure you give yourself enough rest and like yeah, I think sleeping a lot is really important to make sure that you have decent energy level. And I think yeah, sleep is I think most important, number one. And then also I think food and general hygiene, not mental state, but you guys know what I mean by that. But yeah, it kind of sucks having bad days, but don't feel discouraged, I guess. I once hit a skill wall and took a break, came back and immediately got better. Yeah, that happens too. I think like breaks are very healthy in like the natural progression of improving. Is you want to give yourself time to like let your skill level sort of rest and settle into the brain. So yes, also don't play when you have homework due. Homework first. But I think that's pretty much it. I usually play the stuff I'm bad at if you have a bad day. Yeah, that's a good strategy too. Just do that. So yes, don't feel like you need to play well every single day either. Um, Yeah, on the topic of, I guess, like making sure that you don't have a bad day on like tournament match day, um, I think just get a good night's sleep the night before is really important. And like make sure you aren't starving or like anything like that. Make sure you've eaten. Um, I think some people say not to eat too soon before their match because then they like get sluggish kind of. But yeah, you do need energy, right? So Some people have more focus faster. Yeah, yeah, that's true too. So I mean, just know what works for you and just do that.